Now we're going to start off our drawing of a humpback whale, and we're going to be using a pencil. Okay, so I want you to press softly. Everybody, how are we going to press? Softly, very good. And the reason we're going to press softly is because we might want to erase or adjust these lines that we do in our form-up stage, okay? So I'm going to take you through a 3-step drawing process: forming, outlining, and shading. And I'd like you to write these 3 words on the top of your paper because it's going to help you remember, okay? Now the forming stage of this drawing is very important, and it's a stage that a lot of people skip. And in forming, we're going to press nice and softly, okay? I'm going to make some shapes to form up our whale, and they're just going to be simple shapes, like they're basically going to be like ovals. I'll do a couple teardrops in there too, okay? You guys ready to go? Let's put an oval right around here in the middle of the page, and maybe like a skinny egg, okay? An oval right around there. See how I went nice and smooth? I didn't go chuk, 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 and I'm not digging in. And this is going to be the oval of the whale's body. Now I'll attach another oval back here, and that's going to be the section of the whale that leads up to the tail. So it's going to be a smaller, skinnier oval, just like that, okay? Now I'm going to put a little circle up here towards the whale's head and mouth. And for the tail, imagine a teardrop, okay?
Each side of the whale's tail is called a fluke.
Okay, I'm going to put a teardrop up here like this. And another teardrop like this. Okay, and we almost got our humpback whale going. We need a couple things up front. What do we need up front? Flippers called, do you know what the scientific name is called?
Pectoral fins.
I think it's scientific. And we'll make its flippers like long skinny ovals over here. Okay, and there's also a little thing on top of the whale that gives it its name, humpback whale, and it is a hump. Okay, we'll put a little hump. It's a little fin over here. And now we just formed up our humpback whale. And now we're going to do the outlining, and this is where you folks bring your pens in. So now, gang, we've got this as our guide over here. We're not going to follow exactly inside these lines. Okay, now watch what I do. I'll take a line from the back of the tail, and I'll come kind of connect these 2 shapes and stop right at the fin, just like that, okay? Now, I'm going to start to outline the fin. And this is a good lesson about overlapping lines. A line that goes in front of another line tells the viewer what's in front of what. So I'm going to recontinue my line. Recontinue is a word here. It's going to start here, go up to the chin, around, and all the way to the back of that whale's hump, and then swoop it up all the way to the tail. In fact, I'll go a little farther, overlap that line right there, and now it's time for the tail. A whale tail can be very fun. Okay, I'm going to go around that teardrop shape and give a little overlap right there. These little overlapping lines tell the viewer what's in front of what. Now we have a humpback whale, and it also has just 1 flipper, yeah? But we know that whales have how many flippers? 2, right. So let's repeat this shape and put it anywhere you want and stop it right up there, okay? Now for the mouth, it's a little strange. The mouth goes way up here and dips way over there. And you can put the maka. What is the maka? Eyeball, right. So make that maka nice and dark. And even if you want to put a hint of a little blowhole up there, right around there it will go. Now to finish outlining our whale, we'll give it a few strips just like this. 1, 2, 3. And we'll give them a few more coming out the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these grooves expand when the whale gulps in all that ocean water when they're eating krill. Not in Hawaii, but in other parts of the world where they're feed. Okay, so we just finished our humpback whale. We got it formed up, we got it outlined. Now let's go to shading, but before we do, let's put a little line of water. We can put water up here and the whale will be underwater. Or we might even put some water over here and maybe the whale's tail can be sticking out of the water. So put your water wherever you want. I'll put some right around here. So my whale is kind of half in and half out of the water. Put your water line in there. Put a little sun up there so we find our source of light. And now we can do our third stage of the drawing, which is shading. Okay, so if the sun's hitting the whale up top, it's going to be a little darker in places where the sun doesn't hit. So we can go ahead and do a little shading over here. Okay, so give it a little shading in that back flipper there, and instantly that flipper looks farther away. Okay, so we just finished the 3 stages of a drawing. We did our forming, outlining, and shading, and now we're ready to paint our humpback.